Hello class, Aldo Figueroa here. In this video tutorial, we are going to start to work with type, creating text, creating letters within Photoshop. Before we begin though, we need to create a document to be able to work in. So I have Photoshop open right here, and this is kind of this is the home window. I'm going to click on this create new button, and within here there are different presets. I'm going to go ahead and select the photo preset, and I'm going to tell it to view all presets here in the center. And I'm going to select either the 10 by 8 or the 8 by 10. One is in landscape, the other is in portrait mode. So I'm going to select either one of these. I'll go ahead and select the landscape one. And you can see that the information is here. It's on inches. You could always change this to pixels. So I'm going to leave it as inches, and I'm going to go ahead and tell it to create. This is also the method on how we're going to create our document size for our project too. So now that we have this here, I want to show how to create type within Photoshop. So we do have a type tool here. This T, I want to point out that there are 4 different options. I really consider this as 2 tools with 2 different options. You have the horizontal type tool, which is going to be the main tool that we're going to be working with, or vertical. This places one letter on top of the other. Then we have these masking tools. Personally, I do not like to use these tools. Instead of using these tools, in a later video, I'm going to show you how you could achieve the same results with your with your horizontal type tool. So let's go ahead and begin. I'm going to go and click on this tool here. Depending on the fonts that are installed on your machine, they will display up here in the option bar. Right now I have Arial selected as default. I want to show you, I believe I already have this turned on. In Photoshop, it now shows you an example of what the font looks like. But if you want to have a large view like this, you need to turn it on. To do so, if you go into the option in the file menu, if you go under type, if you go to font preview size, you can see that I have mine set up to huge so that we get a bigger example. If you go smaller, you can imagine that it's going to be a smaller example. I like to go large. I like to go huge. So I'm going to go font preview size. It's going to go huge. And especially since I'm recording this, it's easier for you to be able to view it on your screen as well. But these are all the fonts that either come installed by default through the application, or it'll also show different fonts that you have installed. In a later video, I will show you how to install fonts. But right here, we're able to see what the fonts look like. And you could always select a font of your choice. So I'm going to select a bold font. I like using this Arial black font, or also this all-round Gothic. But I'm going to go ahead and select this Arial black. And for the most part, if you've ever used a type or editing application on a computer, even on your phone, you might be familiar with being able to add type. Now, before I begin, I do want to go over a couple of options up on top. I really want to focus on for right now, is a placement, how it's going to be justified. Do you want it to be aligned to the left, the center, or the right? I'm going to select for right now, just align text to the left. So before I start applying font, I'm going to go ahead and I want to make sure that I have the default colors if you haven't yet to do so. I'm going to click right here, or you can press D on your keyboard. So now when I click here, it does a couple of things. First, it applies some default type, a default word for you to start off with. But it also, if you look at your layer, it also creates this type layer. Very specific layer. This is actually a vector layer. So what I'm going to do, it's already selected. So if I go ahead and type, I'm going to type the word Art 108, Art 108, we're able to create our font. Now, in order to complete this, like many of the other tools, you're going to either have to apply it by clicking on this checkbox or check mark, or cancel it. I do want to apply it. I'm going to go and click on this check mark, and now we have our type. What you're able to do, you are still able to edit this type as long as you have the type tool selected. Once you notice how we have this little rectangle around my cursor, once I get closer to my text, notice that it disappears. If I click here, now I'm able to edit my type. Maybe I want this to be all caps, so I'm going to type Art 108. What you're also able to do, if I want to finish this, I could either click elsewhere, or I'm going to switch tools. I'm going to switch specifically to my Move tool. And the reason I want to do this is that with the Move tool, since I have the Show Transform Controls turned on, if I click on it, you are now able to interactively change the size. Right now, in Photoshop, by default, the proportions are locked. So notice that as I drag this, it's getting larger. But if I want to break these proportions, you have to hold down Shift on your keyboard. Now when I click on one of these, I'm able to drag this longer or make it thinner. There are other options that are also available with the type tool. Now, since I've changed this before I go on, since I changed this, I have to apply this or cancel. I'm going to go ahead and apply this. But right here, I have my type. I could still go back and edit my type here. I'm going to click on this. Or what you could also do, let me go back to my selection tool. I'm going to select my type layer. I am going to go back to my type tool. This layer is currently selected. This time I want to open up. We're going to go into Window, and I want to go to Characters. And when I select Character, this is going to give me different settings that I could further adjust my type. So under Character, I also have the option of changing the font. So say, for example, what if I want to use this Cruise OT? This is a font. If you notice this little icon, this is a font that I downloaded through Adobe Creative Cloud. These fonts with the O is an open typeface, and these with the double T's are a true typeface. Now, these two fonts are fonts that I've downloaded. In a future video, we'll be talking about how to download and install fonts. But say I want to go to this all-round Gothic. You can see one of the powers of Photoshop is that it allows you to just click and drag or just be able to move my cursor over it. I'm going to go ahead and select this one. Some fonts give you different options here. This one doesn't have that one. Let me go back to my any fonts that have these little arrows right here. You see how there's a different family of styles. I'm going to go to just Arial, and right here you can see that there is also an Arial that's italic, bold, or both bold, italic. Some fonts do not have that, such as my all-round Gothic font does not have those different font families. You could also change the size. You could change the different kerning. You could change. I do not have two lines right here, but you could also change. I'm going to add to this one and say I press return if I want to say visual and then say technologies. I'm going to go ahead and apply this. And this time, right now, this is the leading. And right now it's set to auto. And we could always select one of these different values. Say I'm going to go to 10 point. You see how they're overlapping. Or what you could also do, you see how your cursor has this little hand cursor with the arrows going left and right? I could always click. This is kind of like a slider. I'm clicking it and dragging towards from the left to the right. And as I slide, I want to get enough spacing between my letters, and I could do something like this. So there's many more options that are available here. You could always change a faux bold if it doesn't have a bold, a faux italics. So you could always use these different options that are available. You could always change the color as well. Instead of black text, I want it to be red. You're also able, if you want to just change one letter. So for example, I have this O that's available. It's also smart enough that it'll give you different variations, but I don't want to do that. I want to just change the letter and say, instead of this being red, I want this one to be blue. And for this C, maybe I want to change the color as well. This one I want it to be green. All right, so this is just basic functionality of working with type within Photoshop. There's other things that we're going to be able to do that we're going to be covering in a future video. So I'll see you in the next video.